The Mounts Botanical Garden of Palm Beach County. It's a botanist's dream, a tree lover's delight. It's a place where we can all learn a lesson from nature, and our own Michael Williams takes us on a tour.
A Broadway producer could not dream up this variety, this towering beauty, this palette of color.
This is an orchid tree, and you can see its bright pink flowers all over the hedge here.
A place of grand sights and subtle fragrances.
Beautiful.
It's very slight.
A veritable paradise. Well, if paradise included big mechanical birds flying over from Palm Beach International next door.
If you hear a jet, stop.
Yeah, stop talking. I know. Forget it. I don't even hear it anymore. That's the crazy thing.
The Mounts Botanical Garden sits on 20 acres of what once was a cow pasture.
So right now we're gonna walk up to the mammy apple.
Okay.
And
the mammy apple.
A mammy apple, or Mamea americana. This is a tree native to South America.
It's a champion tree too, so named because it is the biggest of its species in all of Florida.
If you look up into the tree, you start seeing these little kind of brown spears just hanging
There you go.
down from there.
Yeah, right there.
Horticulturist Palmer Crippen seems like a kid in a candy store. He was the kid who visited here growing up in our community.
Did this botanical garden influence, at least a bit, your decision to do this for your career?
Absolutely.
There are 25 display gardens here, 7,000 species of plants that thrive in our subtropical climate. Here, the angel trumpet.
Very unique, very delicate tree. As you can see, the bees love it too. They kind of run them to the flower and then come down.
Thank goodness for our bees.
Oh, yes, yes. They do the majority of the work here.
Take a stroll in the Florida wetland.
But different native plants will have something like alligator flag.
Right.
Named for always being seen with alligators.
Right.
Marvel at nature's healing power.
This is kind of the medicinal herb area, and some, I think, notable ones that you might recognize are, that's aloe vera over there, used for healing and also for sunburns.
And time travel with the cyad family. Its roots go way back.
Yeah.
Little teeth on it.
Yeah, sharp little teeth. They usually have quite a defense on them. But people...
Nature built that into them as a defense against...
dinosaurs, probably. That's just how old they are.
Or delight in exotic aromas at the yanglang tree.
This is hailing from tropical Southeast Asia.
Okay.
And they're incredibly fragrant, if you want to sniff that.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And what's really interesting about this tree is this was actually the founding fragrance solution for Chanel No. 5.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the ladies' perfume, very famous.
And to think, the seed for all of this began with a transplant from Oklahoma. Marvin Red Mounts became Palm Beach County's first agricultural extension agent in the 1920s. He had a fertile mind, and this site was his laboratory.
And what he did is he planted different fruit trees and vegetable crops and edible plants for the people of that time, which is about like the 50s.
Sure.
And basically it was to help with nutritional deficiencies.
And all these decades later, the work goes on at the Mounts Botanical Garden. They help teach about landscaping and fruit trees you can adopt, and they've grown with the same headaches many of you have.
Iguanas are the main problem here. They're pesky little things. Essentially, they're like deer that can climb.
Most of all, they persevere beautifully, this joint venture between the Palm Beach County Agricultural Extension Office and Friends of the Mounts Botanical Garden.
We tend to forget how much we use in everyday life comes in one form or fashion from nature.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's the inspiration for everything.
A beautiful testament to the timeless and vital bonds between humans and nature.